White Sox baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.
In their first meeting nearly 2 months ago, it was a 4-game split in the Big Apple, and tonight these two division leaders face off again for the first of 3 games here on the South Side. Can Gavin Floyd drown the Bronx Bombers and help his team rebound from that royal sweep in Kansas City? Find out next, right here on Comcast Sportsnet. From the city beautiful Chicago, Illinois, where tonight Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Adam Dunn, A.J. Pierzynski and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Derek Jeter and the 27-time world champion New York Yankees. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ken Harrelson with Steve Stone as we get set to bring you the first of this 3-game set. And this 7-day, 6-game homestand. We'll have an off day on Thursday, and then we'll have 3 to finish it off on the weekend with the Seattle Mariners. So the Sox coming off that 7-game road trip, it started off pretty good. We had 4 in Toronto. We won 3 there. But then we go to Kansas City, and we get swept. We're now 4-8 against those Royals. So we're trying to get back on the right track tonight with Gavin Floyd.
Gavin Floyd at 9-9, his ERA in the low 4s, but lifetime against the Yankees, he's really struggled. His ERA is up over 6. He's faced him once this year, and he lost to him in New York. The big problem there, 5 walks, a couple of home runs, and he lost that one ball game pitching into the 6th inning. His mound opponent, Freddie Garcia, you all remember Freddie? Freddie's 7-5 this year. He's got a high ERA, and against our ball club, 5-5 lifetime. The Yankees have won 72 games. They come in first place, 5 games over Tampa Bay, but it's going to be a race for them in the East, so they're going to be bearing down. We have to be bearing down because we have a 1.5 lead over Detroit. They're idle today, so if we win, we pick up a half game.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. Besides that, it is Black Hawk night here at the ballpark. White Sox baseball coming your way.
Is gorgeous tonight. Game time temperature 72 degrees. So a beautiful night for baseball. And the Yankees in town, a battle of two first-place teams. Now for the Miller Time Yankees starting lineup under Joe Girardi. Derek Jeter leading it off. Then it's Swisher, Cano, Teixeira back in the lineup after having a sore wrist. Granderson, Chavez, Ibanez, Ichiro, and Stewart rounded out. The defense, an outlaw lineup behind Gavin Floyd. Desiedo, Wise, and Rios in the outfield. Diaz is still under the weather. With Euclid, Ramirez, Beckham, and Konerko in the infield. A.J. Przinsky with a nod behind the plate. And our Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Gavin Floyd. Gavin, an even 9-9. ERA just under 4.5. Lifetime is ERA against these Yankees up over 6. And he lost to him one time in New York this year, but he had 5 walks in that one. Hopefully control will be a little better tonight, as after the 3-game sweep by Kansas City, this is a big one. So the umpires for the game tonight. The crew chief, Tim Cheetah, one of the best in the business behind the plate. Jeff Nelson at first, Mike Muchlinski at second, and Bill Welke is at third. So they're throwing the ball around the infield. We're ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Ken Harrelson.
Hi, Steve. Thank you very much. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here on Comcast Sportsnet. First of 3 against these Yankees. So I hope you could join us. As that Kansas City is a memory now. We got to go to work tonight. This is the 5th time of the year we have played these guys. In the first 4 in New York, we split them. So here is Jeter to lead off against our 29-year-old right-hander Gavin Floyd. Jeter hitting at .321, 10 homers, 40 knocked in. And the first pitch of the ball game. Hit hard for a base hit.
That is a typical Derek Jeter hit. Inside-out swing, takes it to the right side, and this time just rifles it right by Paulie. So he came in hitting .321. And that particular swing, not patented by Jeter, but it is vintage Jeter.
Well, he's probably got as good an inside-out swing to right field as anybody ever played the game.
Tied Nap Lajoie for 12th all-time with that hit.
So the 38-year-old veteran on at first. He is 8 for 11 in stolen bases. And here is Swisher. Just a short lead by Derek. Swisher hitting at .269, 18 homers, 69 driven in. Yankees as a club hitting at .267 with a 3.76 ERA. Yankees 33-25 on the road and 39-24 at home. And get foul. Get foul. It will. Thank you very much. Just foul.
Very short porch at only .335, and it wasn't foul by much. That ball hooking, and fortunately, just about 8 inches foul.
Swisher 3 for 14 lifetime off Gavin. .31-year-old veteran.
Swisher, a switch hitter, been much more powerful and a better hitter from the left side this year. 14 of his 18 homers have come as a left-hand hitter.
Wise, he's playing short as usual in center. Outfield about equidistant. Jacks it up, takes the breaking ball, and here at the ballpark, 330 down the left field line, as you just saw 335 down the right field line. 375 in the gaps and 400 straight away center. Blackhawk night here at the old ballpark.
We'll have Coach Q up here at the beginning of the 3rd inning. Talk a little bit about his Blackhawks and what to expect for this year?
Well, just health.
That would be nice.
Health. That's a real good hockey club if they're healthy.
It is that, but we've seen injuries play a huge part in determining seasons. And even if you get in the playoffs, sometimes you sustain an injury that really hurts you. The Marian Hossa injury, for instance.
The 2-2. And a full count with Cano on deck.
We'll see if we can get to strike him out, throw him out. Swisher is fanned 101 times. And Jeter, who has not been getting any kind of a lead, will probably get a bigger lead here.
He does not go. So trouble of brewing right here in the top of the first. The old base on balls after the leadoff single. Base on balls killed us in Kansas City. They scored 3 times to win that game 5-2 yesterday. 3 times in the 8th inning. We walked 3 guys and all 3 of them scored.
Well, there's 7 guys that'll swing the bat from the left side, starting with Swisher. 2 switch hitters in Swisher and Teixeira. But it still comes down to 7 left-hand hitters for Gavin to deal with.
So here's Cano at 305, 25 homers and 68 knocked in. He is 5 for 21 lifetime off Gavin, and of the 5 hits, 3 of them left the ballpark. So now AJ's going to have a little chit chat with him.
He got way ahead of Swisher and then walked him. You got a guy up in Cano who hits the ball hard, certainly, but's grounded into 16 double plays. Second on the team in that department. And a ground ball here would probably yield his 17th.
Two on, nobody out. And the count 2-0. Tops that one foul. That one at 87. Took a little something off. Had him out in front. Got to change speeds on these guys.
Well, if you don't,
got to change speeds.
Not going to be a long outing for you.
They're a smart hitting ball club. You know, show them some different speeds. Bingo. Look at the play by Beckham. Mercy. That was a sure base hit. That ball was scalded. Hopefully he's all right. This ball is absolutely tattooed.
Swisher getting down there as fast as he can, making sure there is no return throw to first. Even though from that position and with the height of the throw, because Gordon can't do anything else with it, he was lucky just to catch it, let alone worry about the throw, but they get the force, and still a double play, ground ball away from getting out of the inning.
So here's Teixeira hitting a .257, 23 long ones, and 78 knocked in.
Yankee lineup was late in coming out because they were testing the wrist of Mark Teixeira, who's been out for some time. Apparently after some batting practice, they determined that he could indeed play. They're obviously a much better team with him in there.
Takes ball 1.
He also is an outstanding first baseman. Made one error all year long, and that in 112 games.
There's a strike. 1-1. Short lead by Cano. And the count 1-2. Cano 3 for 5 in stolen bases. Curtis Granderson on deck. That's high and wide. Big pitch right here. You don't want to go full. Take him right here. Breaking ball. It's all right. The only place it was going to go if it was hit hard.
Despite the fact that Yankee Stadium was built for left-handers, Teixeira really has been a much better right-hand hitter with more power from the right side, which is his natural side.
Another short lead by Cano. Jeter at third. Oh, what a play by Beckham. Mercer. So a full count.
Joe Girardi elected not to run in a similar situation with Jeter at first. He's got Granderson in the on-deck circle with his 32 home runs. Let's see what he elects to do here with Cano.
A little bigger lead by Cano. He does not go. And Gordon can't get that one. So it's 1-0 and Cano into third. These guys, you go let them see 5 pitches and an at bat, chances are you're going to get tattooed.
Well, most of these Yankee hitters are very patient hitters, and they're going to wait to find something that they really like. And in this case, on our Nissan pitch tracks, shows you a fastball. It's on the outside part of the plate, but Teixeira, a very good hitter, drives in his 79th run of the year.
More pitches they see, the more dangerous they become. You better get these guys in a hurry. Granderson. 11 for 36 lifetime off Gavin. Comes in with 32 homers, 71 knocked in, hitting at .241. Yankees have 189 home runs. We have 157. 32 more than we do.
Somewhat hard to believe with Teixeira, with all the great and powerful switch hitters that have come into the game. But big man at first is the first switch hitter in baseball history to hit at least 20 home runs in each of his first 10 major league seasons. That's through this year. It's remarkable.
Good breaking ball there, and the count 1-2.
Threw the curveball down and in. Good spot for it. And Granderson over the top.
2-2.
Well, Paulie best not stray too far off the bag with the pitch if he's going to come inside with the breaking ball to Granderson.
Change-up. High change-up. This will be the 24th pitch thrown with just one out here in the top of the first inning.
Nice catch by Eric Chavez in the on-deck circle. That was a little chopper almost over his head. He caught it on one hop and then made some friends.
Another change-up and another full count. And this will be the 6th pitch that Randerson has seen.
Teixeira doesn't run often. Does 3 times, been successful twice.
He does not go.
3 change-ups in a row. And now Don Cooper out to the mound. Trying to help Gavin get through this inning.
Well, that's 5 guys we've walked in the last inning and the third we pitched. Base and balls, as we keep saying, has been the one area that has absolutely just killed us this year.
Well, it kills you against most teams, but against the Yankees, who just score big runs seemingly every game, there's just no margin for error. And there's no, if you look up and down this lineup, especially now with Ichiro hitting as well as he's been hitting, there's just no easy spots in this lineup.
I'll just ask our guys about Kansas City. Boy, I tell you, Coop is a little upset.
Yeah, this is not one of the real happy go get 'em boy type of visits to the mound.
So here's Chavez hitting at 300, 13 homers and 31 knocked down. He's got 3 hits against Gavin and 7 at bats. He's got 2 home runs of the 3 hits.
And what an insurance policy this turned out to be. With A-Rod on the deal with a broken hand, Chavez not only plays a great defense, but he's hitting 300.
So they're going to get to force at third. As Cano scores, and it's 2-0. 2 down.
You put the tag on him, didn't really have to. But it's RBI number 32 for Chavez. No chance to turn 2 on that play.
Here's Ibanez. He has 5 hits off Gavin. And there were 5 hits. 2 of them stayed in the park. Two in, 2 on, 2 out.
30th pitch of this first inning on the way.
Little spinner for a strike.
Yankees got Ibanez as a free agent February 21st of this year after a down year with Philadelphia.
And that hit him, so that'll load him up for Ichiro. So 2 walks, a hits batsman, 2 base hits.
And that curveball right off his toe. For Gavin, that's the 14th man he's hit this year, and I would venture to say at least half have been with a curveball down and into left-hand hitters.
He threw at 272. 7 homers, 41 knocked in. But with the Yankees, he's hitting 322. Yeah, that's not even close there. Played 26 games, hitting 322, 3 homers, 13 knocked in.
Philip Humber throwing in the bullpen. Ichiro, after 12 years with Seattle, played in his first Sunday night baseball game when he went over to the Yankees. I told him he was being seen by the nation. He said, I know, and he went out and hit 2 home runs.
Gordon's got him. So with all that, they come up with a pair. He threw 31 pitches, and we'll go to the bottom of the first.
Robin is going to throw him out there tonight. Wise leading off, then Euclid, Dunn, Canerco, Rios, A.J. Przinsky, who's had a red-hot month, Viviciano, Ramirez, and Beckham rounding it out. The defense, now the lineup behind Freddie Garcia. Ibanez, Granderson, and Ichiro left to right with Chavez, Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira. Stewart behind the plate, and our Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Freddie Garcia. Freddie at 7-5. This is 14th start, 24th game overall. He doesn't walk many people. He has given up a lot of home runs. But if you're a Yankee pitcher, you can bet they will score for you. And Don Cooper continues his speech to Gavin Floyd.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours as first pitch to Dwayne Wise, taken for a strike. Dwayne comes in hitting at 264, 5 homers, 15 knocked in. Sox hitting at 255 as a club with a 3.98 ERA. Pull the string on him right there. You're going to see a lot of cunning and guile out on that bump tonight from that 36-year-old right-hander. But he 52 games over 500 in his career.
He's been remarkable since coming up, well, through the system of the Houston Astros.
Back to the middle, and that's into center field. So a good way to start.
Before Houston ever realized how good Freddie was going to be, they traded Carlos Guillen, Freddie, and John Halama to Seattle for none other than Randy Johnson, who went on to go 10-1 for Houston, but didn't help them. They didn't win at all, but they did give away a whole lot of talent, and Freddie has gone on to have just a magnificent career.
Here's Uke. Hitting at .237, 14 homers, 43 knocked in, and a good lead by Wise. Good fastball. High neck in.
Freddie is very slow to home plate. That's one of the things he does give the opposition, is a good chance to run.
Count evens at 1. Duke has had trouble with Freddie. 3 for 17. But one of those was a homer.
Duke's got a little tendonitis in his knee. And obviously some days better than others for him.
Long set. That ball hit high. Stretch. Granderson back. Right at Carlton Fisk and makes the catch. He just missed it.
Freddie was bidding to give up his 13th home run of the year. And this one just fell a touch short. You got most of it. But with the wind not much of a factor here tonight, it stays in the park.
So here's Adam. Adam at 207, 35 homers, 83 knocked in. Breaking ball low, in case you did not hear about it on Saturday. Adam cranked out his 400th home run. Paulie did it back on April 25th at the Coliseum in Oakland, so that's the first time in baseball history that teammates have hit their 400th in the same season. There he goes. No. That is 9 for 9 now for Dwayne.
Any kind of speed at all, and you're going to steal on Freddie. I don't care how good Stewart's arm is. He has no chance. Freddie, long, slow delivery, always has had one of those. But when he was very successful, he was a strikeout pitcher. And those days also are by the boards.
That change up low and away, so 2-1 to count. Checks it up, and Dwayne will move into third base.
Heads up base running by Wise. The first time he saw Stewart turn around and realize that he couldn't locate the baseball, he took off, and by the time he did locate it, it was too late. Probably one he should have been able to block or stop, but he didn't, and then lost track of it. Now they'll concede the run for the out.
And that's ball 4, and that'll bring up Paulie. And right now, let's check out our Farmers Insurance Picks to Click tonight. Demands you are director and the crew. Well, they went with Alexei. Steve's going with Euclid. And John McDonough, Jay Blump, all the Blackhawk contingents, because it is Blackhawk night here at the ballpark. We're all going to go with the tank, Viciato. Paulie hitting at .314, 20 long ones, and 57 knocked in. Curveball strike. Paulie 10 for 28 lifetime against Freddie with 4 home runs. A beautiful night here in the city. Beautiful. If you're just tuning in. And there's a shot but foul. So it's just a hard strike and the count 0-2. Alex Rios on deck. Strikes him out. Big strikeout for Garcia. 2 down. And it's up to Alex.
This is what Freddie uses against you. That looked to be a splitter, but what he uses is a hitter's natural tendency to be aggressive. Stewart is very lucky that one hit off the inside of his leg. Otherwise, it gets away, and we cut the lead in half.
Alex at 301, 19 homers, 70 knocked in. Pulls back, takes a strike. AJ on deck. That ball gets away, so I'm now going to go to the second base. And they get him, says Muchlinski, and that'll retire the side. So we get a golden opportunity and can't cash in.
Joel Quenneville comes out. Throws a pretty good pitch. You got to call that a strike, I'm pretty sure. Nice photo. Pat Foley, Stan Mikita, and giving Chris Sale a well-deserved hand on a great year to this point. Coach Q is going to be up in the booth in the top of the third inning. Quick throw by Stewart, and right there you see the crinkled uniform. That's when he put the tag on him, and he did get him.
So Chris Stewart, Yankees lead at 2-0. A long first half of the first. Stewart hitting at .263, a homer. He's driven in 12. Former Sox catcher, and there's a one-hopper. One out. And that'll bring up Jeter.
Well, I can imagine the conversation to Gavin Floyd between innings, certainly from Don Cooper, was, look, they knock you out of the game, let them knock you out of the game. But be aggressive in doing it. Get the ball over the plate. Let's see if they can hit it if you do. If you keep walking people, you're not going to be long for this one.
Jeter at the first pitch of the ball game, a shot right by Konerko at first. One and one to count. What a player. Boy, he has been one of the greatest ambassadors this game has ever had. Two and one to count.
Jeter seemed to have gotten it from the first time he put on that Yankee uniform. The time they made him the captain. He's taken his responsibility seriously. He's one of the leaders in the clubhouse, has been from the beginning. And every year you hear, well, Jeter's done. He can't cover the ground anymore. He's probably not going to hit like he did before. He's hitting .322.
Backs up. On peg.
Time now for the Illinois Lottery Anything's Possible replay. And on Friday, Derek Jeter hit his 250th home run. Doesn't sound like much, but it put him in elite company. In fact, a club of two. Only two players in Major League history with 3,000 hits, 250 home runs, 1,200 runs batted in, and 300 stolen bases. Amazingly, the other, Willie Mays. That is a very small club. That's the kind of player Jeter has been.
And here's Swisher. Breaking ball strike. Fastball away and the count 0-2. Fastball hit hard in the hole. So Swisher now has reached base twice, the walk and the single.
Nissan Pitch Tracks will show you 0-2 pitch, too much of the plate. Had the inner third, and Swisher drills it into right field.
Here's Cano. He was robbed of a base hit on the absolute spectacular play by Beckham. He just scalded one back up the middle, and Gordon made the dive, got the force out at second. And that ball is scalded, cut off nicely. Boy, Alex, get it back in, holds him to the single. If he gets by him, Swisher's going to score. Meanwhile, runners at the corners with two out.
That one down and out of the strike zone. And Alex does just a great job of getting to it making sure Swisher can't score, and also making sure that Cano stays at first, because Teixeira doesn't run well but hits the ball hard, and you still have a force play in order now.
Sierra just rocketed one back through the middle for an RBI single. Starts him off with a changeup. And Coop on the horn once again. Two and 0 the count.
Not a good position to be in, as he was very aggressive to the first 4 hitters. Not so now as Santiago continues to loosen up.
Pulled the string a little bit with that, took something off. And the count 3-1. Hitters below. Now struggling. Seen a lot of pitches. So that will load him up again.
And AJ out there just to kill some time for Santiago in case Gavin Floyd doesn't get out Granderson. The bases loaded. This year especially, Granderson has been dangerous, but he's been dangerous his entire career.
And there's a base hit. They're going to wave him around, and here's a throw. He's gone. Alex has really been throwing the ball well. So Gavin gets in a jam again. They pick up one. They lead it 3-0.
Time later in the game, brought to you by Miller Lite.
Alex Rios will lead it off. Alex is 301, those 19 homers, 70 knocked in. A 3-0 Yankee lead. And you're fairly fortunate it's only 3.
Could be a lot more with 3 walks and 5 hits in 2 innings. But Alex made a terrific throw. Plenty of time to get him.
He just missed getting 2 in Kansas City by inches. One and 2 the count. Takes it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Start us right here. AJ on deck. And Viciedo in the hole. Out and around it in the hole. Jeter. No chance. Good start.
Well, the few times Alex didn't hit the ball hard and wound up with a base hit. We're used to seeing him skull the ball right at somebody. Jeter gets to it, but realizing that Alex can really run, he knows the only thing that can happen is the ball gets away. So you hold it. Try to keep the double play in order.
Here's AJ. He's at 294, 23 homers, 67 driven in. 4 for 15 lifetime off Freddie with a homer. Takes first pitch strike. There he goes. Safe. Stolen base number 18. He's now 18 for 23.
Freddie taking a long time. Stewart makes a good throw. Just can't get it there near in time.
Two and one. That'll get the job done. Now we just got to get him in. We had men on first and third. Bottom of the first if you're just tuning in, and couldn't do anything with it. Here's Tank. Tank on a 10-game hitting streak.
And the power number is pretty good, as you see. The on-base percentage not all that much higher than the average, as the Tank likes to swing the bat.
Want to know the count. First time Tank has faced Freddie.
Freddie's got 10 wild pitches this year. Can be a fastball away, and usually Viciedo likes those.
Nice shot. And
well, he hit a rocket on a fastball away, and unfortunately Teixeira well off the line. Was playing him perfectly, although it almost knocked the glove off his hand. Can't hit him much harder than this. But sure, right there.
So here is Alexei, hitting at 260, 6 homers, 52 knocked in. Checks it up. He did not go. And the count 2-0. And we're going to have Coach Q after this half inning. Top of the third. Three and 0. Beckham on deck.
That's pretty much the sign that he didn't care if he walked him, because he threw him a 3-0 curveball. And if this does become a pitch around, then Gordon's going to have to make him pay, because you can bet Freddie knows who's in the on-deck circle.
And that's ball 4. So the second walk issued by Freddie. And here's Gordon. First time Gordon has faced him. Gordon at 223, 11 homers and 43 knocked in. Come on, Gordon. We need you, buddy. Good thought. But that's all. 0-1 the count.
I think if he had his choice, he would have dropped that one down the third baseline, because Chavez was well back, but that pitch was low and away out of the strike zone. There wasn't anything really, once he committed himself to bunt, that he could do with it, except bunt it foul down the first baseline.
Game moving right along.
Well, Freddie can really slow things down.
Good rip. Good rip. Meanwhile, he's in the big hole, 0-2. Let's have number 11 right here, Freddie. Throw one in the dirt. Stewart. Easy block for him. Two on, two out, and a 1-2 pitch. Nope. Mike Leary, how much time is he taking between pitches?
I think Freddie probably figures if he waits long enough, Gordon will fall asleep.
We blow another golden opportunity, and we trail it 3-0. Big guy.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Happy Blackhawks night here at the ballpark. Well, you got to be excited. You got to be, with all the injuries you had last year. You guys have got the players to take it all.
Well, we like our team. There's a lot of good things in place here. Missing Marion in the playoffs certainly was a big adjustment there, and Johnny for part of the year. But we've got a good core, got a good nucleus, got a lot of the guys coming back, and we feel there's some areas we can get better off of last year. But expectations and anticipation for this season has never been higher, so we can't wait to get going.
How's Marion?
Marion's good. He was back here in the convention there. He looked much better. He's been working out, feels ready to play, so we know how important he is to our team.
Coach, we do have a question for you, and it comes from Riley at hawkslove.19. The roster is pretty much the same as last season. What do you expect to be different for this team this year?
Well, it's a fair question. I know that we weren't happy the way things ended up, but I think there are some areas that with our group, we feel that with a better power play and a better penalty killing unit, we can be in the top 10 in the league. We're both in the bottom 5, and I think that's a big area where we can get better as a team. We can get better defensively and keeping the puck out of our net. Our team game defensively can improve, and I feel that's we left a lot of points on the table last year. If we can close that out and get better in that area and be harder to play against, I think we exited this season with an appetite that we want to get back to that level we were in 2010 and play with that passion and that team togetherness that made us successful and return to where we were.
Well, sometimes the best deals you make are the deals you don't make. So you got the core, as you said. Also, you got a new coach.
Yeah, Jamie Compound's coming to town. Won the championship this year with LA. Jamie was with our staff when we were in St. Louis together. Brings some familiarity to our group, and at the same time, he's excited about coming to Chicago, and they are our organization. It's a special place to be and play and work as well. So he's full of anticipation of coming here, coming off the championship and being around a new team and a new group. So he's going to help us, and look forward to having Jamie around.
Well, I'll tell you, since Big John came over and everything, this organization's gone from the outhouse to the penthouse.
It's been an amazing transformation. In 5 years, it's been, you said it very accurately, and John's done an amazing job from top to bottom. The business side being together with the hockey department, the synergies that are on both sides of it, we working well together and being aware of both parties' job descriptions, but there's a lot of things that we do together that people don't do in other organizations, which makes the success of the organization being shared in a lot of areas.
we've got a guy that we believe will help you on the power play, and we're going to roll it right now. This is a flashback from last year. There is the skipper, and look at this.
Oh, not a bad. That was a heck of a play.
Not bad, huh?
And I talked to the skip before the game. What a nice guy. Tony Granado knows him very well, and he says you got to go talk to the skip. And I know he likes hockey, and talked to Mike down there as well. He's a big Hawks fan, and so we get to see. I want to come again to the game and share some of their thought processes down there. But I visited them quickly before the game, but talking a little bit of how do you talk to your team before games and how do you prepare with your team, kind of like how we do. But it was nice seeing and getting his perspective of what it's like coaching baseball.
All right, a pitching change. We'll be back with Coach Q right after this.
On for the 34th time. He's 2-1 this year. ERA a little above 3.5. And apparently the last walk by Gavin was just about what Robin wanted to see before he went and got him, because without your control against this team, they're going to make it a very short evening for you. They're patient. They're a good hitting ball club, and you can't let them run away and hide from you.
Well, the difference there, if Ibanez gets a base hit, he's still out there. Managers cannot live with walks. No, but the team cannot live with walks. Just cannot do it. As here is Ichiro. Ichiro grounded out to second to end the first inning. But yeah, there's a lot of anticipation coming up. There's a lot of anticipation, expectations, only because of all the injuries of last year. You know, we've been fortunate with this ball club for a long time not to have that many.
Well, I think they come in cycles there.
They do.
There's certain years where nobody's hurt, or it's almost like at the same time you lose 2 or 3 key guys, and you got to get through that challenging period, and you get some young kids that sometimes get a chance. And we felt last year, as the year went on, that we injected some youth into our lineup, and at the end of the year,
Nice play on the tough hop by you.
And at the end of the year, these kids made a difference in our lineup, and we thought they brought energy, they brought some pizzazz, they had some personality, gave us some team toughness, and they made a difference. And these young kids are going to be a part of our team. They're going to be one of that group that I didn't mention. We talked about PP and PK getting better, but I think these young guys are going to make us a better team as well, getting a chance to play in a little bit more.
We've had a couple of instances here. You know, we lost AJ for a while. We played well during that little stretch. We lost Paulie for a while, played pretty well during that stretch. The last time I can recall here was in 04 when we lost Big Frank and Mags. We were in first place. We lost those 2 guys. We went straight down.
Yeah, you get key guys, and I find in the short term, you can get through it, and then all of a sudden it gets extended. You really find out about your team.
Yeah. Chris Stewart. There's that little Scroogey. And the count 0-2. You're talking about in between there, Jerry Cheevers, former goalie with Bruins and former sandbagger on the golf course. We belonged to the same club up there when I was in Boston.
I don't think he's a former sandbagger. He's just continued on.
He's getting worse.
What a great guy. I saw him at Dennis Savard's golf tournament there a couple of weeks ago.
Then he's another sandbagger. Boy, you got to tell you what, you guys got a lot of them. And that guy Makita, he's just a thief. He's got all my money in his pocket.
He's a good golfer.
Yes, Stosh is a good man. I used to hate him when I was a Bruins fan, you know.
Yeah, some great rivalries back in the day when there's only 6 teams and everybody knew everybody. And I can imagine those Bruin hot games.
You know, Stosh would put 22 stitches in your face and nobody'd ever see it.
Yeah, he had that kind of like Gordy with that stick there. There was just didn't want to give you too many stitches, just enough.
I'll tell you a quick story about Derek Sanders and Bobby Orr used to come over to my place because they knew I love hockey so much, and they'd come over before the game, you know, and Toronto be coming to town. They said, okay, who he wants to get tonight? I said, go get Quinn, because Bobby didn't like Quinn.
Yeah, I had to fight.
That's fouled away. So sure enough, first time they get on ice, boom, 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 Bobby knocked him out almost. Yeah. Montreal came to town. I said, go get number 22. Go get Fergie.
Yeah.
Derek said, I'll take you. I'm sure. That's the only time I saw Fergie get really whipped. Fergie was tough. Oh, he got his shirt over him and just beat him.
Wow.
Red Wings come to town. Who you on skill? I said, go get the old man. And I said, no.
Staying away from Gordy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Gordy was he was a magician with his stick or his elbows. He was good in a lot of ways, but there's more stories about Gordy's. I don't want to call it dirtiness. We'll call it trickiness.
Yeah. His gamesmanship.
Yeah.
2 out and a 1-2 count. Good lead by Ichiro. He's not going anywhere. He gone. Well, Coach Q, I'll tell you, thanks for coming up, buddy.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Anytime you want to come, you can come up here and sit with us.
All right. Thank you. It was fun.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Tom.
Who was the last Yankee to lead the American League in home runs in consecutive seasons? We had so many great home run hitters. You think about that. We'll get back to you a little later in the game with the answer.
And there's Stosh, Dan Makita. Good man. He was something. We got to get some runs. It's a 3-0 Yankee lead. Wise single to lead off the bottom of the first, stole second. Fakes the bunt, takes a strike. Chavez was at the cut of the grass at third. Shera leading with the bag at first.
Freddie's going to change up off his changeup, and that's what makes him so difficult. Is because you might know what's coming, but you can't guess the speed.
Cunning and Guile. If he was a guy who would get it and throw it, it'd be fun to watch.
Well, he gets it, but he throws it begrudgingly. That's what he has done during his career against our ball club. We've handled him pretty well. ERA of 4.5.
Yeah, we got him pretty good when he was throwing 95, 96.
$150 wins plus in the major leagues. That is a high total.
And he gets him. Third strikeout. Well, Freddie, we all know one thing. A couple of times he was with us. He will compete with you.
Good over-the-top breaking ball with only 22 seconds between pitches that time. The 2 walks, the one was a pitch around. The one to Ramirez, setting up the Beckham at bat. And he got Gordon on the same overhand curveball. He got wide.
You just missed one. Taking Granderson right up against that Carlton Fisk picture out in deep left center. 1-1 to count. First of 3 against these guys. Tomorrow night, Liriano against Nova. In that game right here on Comcast Sportsnet if you can't make it to the ballpark. Then on Wednesday, Chris Sale against Phil Hughes.
And the Yankees going to get substantially better when CC Sabathia comes off the disabled list. That is a big man in the rotation, figuratively and literally, to get back.
And for upcoming White Sox games, the first 25,000 fans receive an El Diablo game card worth $1 off a bottle of hot and spicy mustard. El Diablo, the mustard that screams back. Full count.
There's a look at the big man talking with Phil Hughes, CC Sabathia.
Two down.
He goes away from the curveball and throws a cutter. This entire at bat he stayed away except for one fastball pushing him off the plate, and he got him.
Here's Adam. He walked. Starts him off with a changeup. Split her down low.
Things going well for Adam recently. 4 home runs, 7 runs batted in the last 7. Big, powerful home run hitters almost exclusively are streaky. And when they go in a hot streak, they can carry your club for a few weeks. When in a cold streak, well, just the opposite. They strike out a lot.
Two out, 1 and 2.
It was a merry month of May, and we knew that it was going to be a completely different year when Adam started to hit the ball out of the ballpark against left-hand pitchers. In fact, number 400 came against Tim Collins, little hard-throwing lefty from Kansas City. Last year, nary a 1 against a left-hand pitcher.
Teixeira does it well. 1, 2, 3 inning, couple of strikeouts for Garcia, and he leads it 3-0. Top of the fourth. 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors for their guys. No runs on 2 hits, no errors for our guys. It'll be the top of the order. Jeter, Swisher, Cano. Jeter, his single. That was on the first pitch of the ball game. A shot between first and second. He came around to score. And he also has grounded third.
Santiago a little more effective against the righties than the lefties because of that good screwball, which he seems to have tightened up somewhat in his time down in the minor leagues.
Yeah, before he left to go down there, wasn't doing a whole bunch.
No, it was just kind of hanging and not breaking, staying up high. And he's got to have that to be successful.
There's a good strike. 2-2 the count.
His fastball anywhere from 92 to 94, so the arm is good. The question has been control. If he gets it over, it's usually pretty tough.
Well, that fastball is good, but it's not good enough unless, as you mentioned, unless he gets that screwball or that change over.
No, at 92, 94, if you're missing your spots in the zone, that's good hitting fastballs.
Uke, that's a fair ball.
That'll be a base hit.
Should be.
Uke played off the line a little bit. Jeter not really a pull hitter. And sliding on that sore knee, not going to help it much.
So here's Swisher. A walk, a single, and a run scored. And we'd be remiss if we did not give Jim Corneliuson a big shout out for just a terrific job on the national anthem. Wow. It was awesome, Jim. Couple of good ones right there. Boy, he brought the house down.
I think when his voice gets a little more powerful, he's going to be very good at what he does.
It was awesome. And that's outside 2-1. Washington was leading Atlanta 4-1 and is now 4-4. Detroit is off tonight. Tampa Bay leading Kansas City 5-1. Bottom of the 7th down at Tropicana Field.
You got to be careful on this pitch because this is the strong side for Swisher. This is his natural side. Obviously, he hits much more as a left-hander.
Trouble, a Bruin. 2 on. Nobody out. Another walk.
This ball club will wait you out as well as any team in the major leagues. Even Boston in their really good years offensively, they were patient. But I'm not sure they were quite as patient as most of these Yankee hitters.
So here's Cano. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Hit the ball very hard twice. once robbed of a base hit. Just a super play by Gordon Beckham. And if you miss that back in the first inning, this ball is absolutely scalded. Killed. One and one to count to Cano. The better the hitting team, the more aggressive you have to be. You get tentative against a good hitting ball club, they can sniff it out with a shark to blood. 1-2 the count.
Extra base hits. You see Cabrera at the top. Then it's Pujols. And then Cano and Hamilton tied. 58 of them. This guy just keeps getting better and better.
And the count 2-2. He's a wonderful, wonderful player. Had a little attitude adjustment first year. After that, and a full count. Share on deck.
Well, every full count to this point, Joe Girardi has not run. And with an open throw to third base, you wouldn't think they'd be going here, but I guess it depends on the lead Jeter can get.
And that ball hit hard. Tank right up against the Comcast sign. Jeter going to tag and move into third. So one out.
That ball crushed to the opposite field, and give Jeter credit. As soon as he saw Viciedo square up and realize that he was going to make this catch, and he was backpedaling, he went back, tagged up, and made it easily.
Well, I thought it was 6-0 Yankees when he hit it. Meanwhile, it's not, and here's Teixeira, RBI single and a walk. That ball just died. I thought that Youkilis was gone too when he took Granderson up against Fisk's sign out there in deep left center.
Big
and it
difference.
Just died.
Well, the big difference, 68 degrees right now. A few of the homestands, both of those would have been long gone. But when it gets a little cooler here, you got to hit the ball a little harder to get it out.
There's a screwball, misses. Three, 6-0 for them. 0-2-0 for us. Two and two. And another full count. From 0-2 to 3-2. See a lot of that.
It's one ground ball from the right side. And it's a double play with Teixeira running.
That's 4 Scrooges in a row. And that one yanked hard but foul. And that is fouled back under us. And once again, the pail. Another Scroogey. And another one. Take your time. Rack him up on that strong throw by Beckham. And that'll retire the side. It's Rat can't score. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. We trail it 3-0.
There's been a lot of defense tonight. First, it's Gordon Beckham. Can't get the double play, but likely saved a run. And then the terrific throw by Rios. That saved a run as he gets him out easily. And then this last double play. 1-4-3 to Shira. Grounds into the double play and out of the inning. Well, the defense has been good. Just have to stop walking some of these guys and have the offense turn on.
It'll be Konerko, Rios, and Pierzynski. Farley struck out his first trip. We've blown 2 outstanding chances. Man on third, less than 2 out. And could not get them home.
That's been unfortunately lately a recurring theme, but over the course of this year we've been very good hitting with runners in scoring position.
We've been terrific. Doing a great job, but not lately. Had the same thing happen in Kansas City. Can't do it all the time. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Paulie. And he gets him for the second time. And fans, this is your chance to win a Paul Konerko autographed jersey or one of 5 autographed baseballs. Simply visit whitesox.com/survey and tell the White Sox what you think. Now, you must complete this survey before tonight's game is over. Survey takers will also receive a discount to a select upcoming White Sox game. So that's a win-win situation. We have 2 hits. Alex has 1 of them. Lays off that curveball low and away. Hit a ball deep, and this hole is short. No throw by Jeter. And he picked up his 18th stolen base. And A.J. got him over to third. So he's there with 1 out. And Tank hit a vicious line drive right to Teixeira at first. And that's yanked foul. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Yes, he did, unfortunately, and Freddie with 2 strikeouts in a row again. Earlier we asked you the AT&T trivia question, and it was, who was the last Yankee to lead the American League in home runs in consecutive seasons? And the answer, Mickey Mantle. So it's been a while. 37 in 1955 and 52 in 1956. One of the most powerful switch hitters ever to play this game.
There's a shot by Chavez. A.J. now 1 for 2. Mickey Mantle, and one of the most loved players to ever play the game.
Yeah, there wasn't much he couldn't do. Shame the knee gave out on him. Of this recent era, probably the most powerful switch hitter is Eddie Murray. 504 home runs. You don't find too many switch hitters with that kind of power.
Tank that line drive to Teixeira. Takes a breaking ball strike. And won't send a big White Sox shout out to Sam Kappa. Sam's been in the hospital for a while. Making a lot of good progress. He's out in Phoenix watching on his iPad. MLB.com. Big Sox fan. That pitch misses. So Sam, get well soon, buddy. Got a lot of love from your family. Chases a bad one there, and the count 1-2. Three runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Yankees. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for our Sox. Full count. And he gets him. He strikes out the side. He has 7 strikeouts. And he leads it 3-0. St. Xavier University. St. Xavier University, success with purpose.
Freddie Garcia with his 7 strikeouts, 1 off his season high. He had 8 against Seattle, but he lost that game. So maybe history repeats itself.
Want to know the count to Granderson? He has walked and he has knocked in a run with a single. Takes a strike. Curtis, one of the real nice guys in this game. There's the strike.
Curtis was a good player with the Tigers, but moving into a ballpark that's absolutely built for him, he's become just a terrific player with the Yankees.
And another full count.
Big power numbers. Of course, the price was Austin Jackson, who's done a great job for the Tigers.
Here you go.
Runs the count full and then throws that fastball right by him. Nothing tricky about it. It's right down the middle. And no contact.
Chavez takes strike 1. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI. Breaking ball. Two down. So here's Ibanez. He was hit with a breaking pitch in the back toe by Gavin. Then he walked. And goes through that one.
Ibanez has had some pretty big power years. A lot of runs batted in. 4 times he's driven over 100.
And he has been a Sox killer in his career. when he was here in the American League.
Well, he doesn't mind hitting lefties. He does pretty well against them. His career high 34 home runs, that with Philadelphia. But he hit 33 with Seattle, and that's a good trick, because that's a big ballpark.
Here's Ichiro. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded a second and hit into a 5-4 fielder's choice.
The Yankees absolutely love this guy, and whatever problems he might have had with Seattle and some of the teammates have completely gone away. They find him to be a terrific teammate. They find him actually to be a jokester on this team. I know Joe Girardi figures he filled a tremendous hole, and even though he does have great speed, he's hit him 8th or 9th in the lineup, and he's fit in just perfectly. And when Joe wants to play him in left or center, he goes there. Just happy to be with a team that's going to be in contention year in and year out.
Well, his name, Ichiro, means brightest and most cheerful in Japanese. And he's the first Major League Baseball player to be inducted into the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame. We got a man there, though, trying to make the play. We're halfway home. We have yet to score, and they have 3. All right, Luke, thank you very much. We might help ourselves here if we could score a few runs. We trail at 3-0, 3-7-0 for them. 0-3-0 for us. First of a 3-game set, first of a 6-game homestand. Off day on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Mariners in town as there's a breaking ball. High, but swung on and missed. Alexei, who walked.
Freddie will throw you a strike on the first pitch, but then when he has to come get you, he gets you out of the strike zone.
Chopper. Ooh, that's a fair ball. So he will make the turn.
I think Chavez can't believe it because he believes it was a foul ball all the way. He just stood there on the line in disbelief. And we'll watch it from this angle.
It crosses the bag, which it does right there. That's a fair ball.
Bill Welke called it immediately. And now the umpires are going to meet together. They certainly want Freddie out of this discussion. as he has a rather biased opinion of what it should be.
Well, let's just watch it again. If it goes over that bag, any part of that bag in the air, it's a fair ball, regardless of where it lands. And there you can see, before it lands, he calls it fair.
Well, the only other guy that might have had a look at it is Tim Sheeta, the crew chief.
And now they're going to say it's foul. That's bad. That is really bad. The man who has the call called it before the ball hit the ground. That's just bad. So it landed in foul territory. So what? Let's watch it again. And watch where Welke when he calls it. Ball's over the bag right there. Now it goes foul before it hits. Oh, that is Tim Sheeta is one of the best in the business, and he just blew that call.
Alexi's saying at second. He thinks somehow it might be reversed again.
It's not going to be reversed again.
And before he goes back, wants to make sure that this argument is over. One of the good parts about it, if there is any good part to a reversal like that, is that Freddie is standing out there and not throwing any pitches.
It's Welke's call. He made the call. And Cheetah overruled him. The other two guys got, what are they going to offer to the conversation?
The other two guys are not in any position to make even a statement on it.
That's just bad. That's just a bad call from a good umpire. Well, they're no different from players. They have good games and they have bad games.
Mark Parent a little unhappy with that call.
That's terrible. The man who's supposed to make the call made it. And he called it before it hit the ground. Brutal. That figures. That figures. Instead of having a man on second, you're trailing 3-0 here in the bottom of the fifth. That's brutal.
And he sweeps that breaking ball. 8th strikeout, tying his season high.
That figures too. Boy, right now I wish I could just cuss. That's all. Trailing 3-0, get a double, a single, and yeah, we got a man on first and 1 out.
Gordon hits the daylights out of this one as Freddie tries to get ahead with a fastball right down the middle. After he does get ahead, if he does, you don't see many strikes after that, so it's best to jump on the first one, and Gordon did just that.
So here's Wise. He has singled, then struck out. Also picked up a stolen base. I can't wait till they get more instant replay instituted.
Now they're going to do that.
They've got to. They've got to. It's just that simple. If in fact they want to get the calls right, which Bud Selig does. That ball hit deep. Way back. You look up, you can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. It should be 3-3, but it is 3-2. We're right back in it.
Six and 17 on the power numbers for Dwayne Wise. And our Ford home run replay. Freddie gets one up. Off-speed pitch. And Dwayne takes it out of the ballpark. So it's a one-run game.
Here's Uke. He just missed one back in the first inning. Six homers, 17 knocked in for D. Wise. Oh, 0-2 the count.
Since putting on a Sox uniform, Dwayne is hitting in the mid-270s with 3 of his 6 home runs and 9 of his 17 runs batted in.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count with Dunn on deck. There's a smoker past Chavez. Put a little top hand on that one.
Freddie's getting hit pretty hard here in the 5th inning as suddenly all of the magic has gone away. He cannot pitch up in the strike zone. And a lot of overspin on that one as Chavez goes down to his knees and that ball bounces over his head.
Well, right here, that's just a getting the over breaking ball that he hung. Freddie's been around too long to know getting the over breaking balls get hit hard. Meanwhile, here's Adam. A walk and a ground out to first. Backdoor breaking ball. Oh, 0-2 the count.
Yankees, like many other teams with a man at first base, do not go into an exaggerated shift. Got Jeter on the third base side of second, but he's back on the grass. And Cano not on the grass at second base, actually playing almost a straightaway second.
He had a good pitch to hit right there. A little bit up for him, but still, breaking ball. Plenty of time to catch up to it. Hanging splitter. 3-7-0 for them, 2-6-0 for us. If you're just joining us, Yankees 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Those coming off Gavin Floyd. Two and two.
Bullpen up and going. Rapata, the left-hander, and Epley, the sidearm submarining right-hander.
He was way ahead in the count. Now it is full.
About to deliver pitch number 91, and we are not through the fifth just yet. Big man fouled that one right off his foot.
And the White Sox are making a push to play in the postseason, and you don't want to miss any of the action. It is playoff payoff time. Purchase tickets for remaining 2012 games and place a deposit on 2013 season tickets, and you'll guarantee seats for the 2012 postseason. So for more information, call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. There he goes. And that's ball 4. And that'll bring up Paulie. He's had a tough 2 at-bats against Freddie. 2 strikeouts. Two on, 2 in. Yankees lead at 3-2.
And Northwestern grad Joe Girardi with a few anxious moments after nursing a 3-0 lead with pitching coach Larry Rothschild. They've seen their veteran right-hander seemingly hit the wall here in the fifth.
Takes ball 1. He's got the catbird seat. 2-0. Freddie too much time, and he wants to talk with Stewart. And once again, a reminder, make your plans to be with us tomorrow night. Francisco Liriano against Ivan Nova. If you can't make it, that game will be right here on Comcast Sportsnet. And then the finale on Wednesday, Chris Sale against Phil Hughes, and that game will be over WCIU. Three and 0.
Trying to throw him a splitter to induce that ground ball, but Paulie saw it dip well out of the zone.
Right on the outside corner. Paulie taking all the way. And that's ball 4. That will load him up for Alex.
That's probably going to bring Girardi out, and that's going to mean that Freddie is going to depart, not eligible for any other win than a loss or perhaps a no decision. But the call's been made to the pen. It's going to be Epley. So as Freddie walks off, Epley walks in. We'll step out and be back after these messages.
Foodbank.org/White Sox to make a donation. Fans can also donate at the Sox game on Saturday, August 25th, and receive a White Sox reusable grocery bag presented by Dominick's.
Our Honda call to the pen is Cody Epley. Epley, a big side-arming right-hander. 0-2 record, ERA just under 3.5. He has not been all that difficult to hit, especially left-handers. Left-handers have really hurt him. But he's called on to face Rios. And we'll see what Girardi wants to do pending the result of this at-bat. With the bases loaded, only one out.
Epley, 6'5", 205, 26 years old, out of Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. Sox packed with Sox. We trail by 1. We've already left 2 men at third with less than 2 out in this ball game. Let's don't do it again. Takes ball 1.
What Alex is looking for from a sidearm right-hander is for him to make a mistake and leave it middle in, as so often happens with guys who throw from the side.
ripped foul.
Not the best speed on the bases. For the gapper, and you don't need that much.
Come on, Alex. Right man. Right place, right time, right now. And the count 2-1. So Ute scores, and this game is tied at 3.
Foley thought that Cano never had control of it. But Mike Muchlinski said he did. Good stop by Chavez. But that ball pulls Cano wide of the bag. And on the transfer, he drops it. So that's going to be it for Epley, who gets an out, but ties the game. And in comes Clay Rapata. So we'll step out and be back after these messages.
First pitch to A.J. from the 6'5 southpaw, a sweeping breaking ball. Then the count 1-0. A.J. has faced him 4 times. He's 0 for 4.
Our Honda call the pen is Clay Rapata. He's been in the right place. 3-0. ERA below 3. And he is tough on the left-handers.
Ball is ripped foul. Just foul. Couple of feet.
That one hit so hard that it turned around Jeff Nelson. But he saw it well enough to call it foul.
A 3-3 tie here in the bottom of the 5th. And the count 3-1. If you're just tuning in, a blown call on Alexa Ramirez, who doubled to lead off the inning. They called it, Wilkie called it a fair ball. Tim Cheetah overruled it. And he struck out. Breaking ball and a full count.
Rapata, the prototypical situational left-hander. 57th appearance, only 31 in the third innings. Very slow curveball thrown from the side. And he runs the count full.
Back through the middle. Here comes Dunn. He'll score. Alex in the third. Sox lead it 4-3. It's all good.
RBI number 68 as Rapata got that breaking ball and left it over the middle of the plate. AJ took it right back up the middle. And Rapata will be gone. So the fourth pitcher of the inning. And there's an out to go before it's over with the Sox leading 4-3. We'll be back.
United Flyway Friday. Each Friday home game, one lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental United States that United Airlines flies. United proud to fly our White Sox. Mark Seipel, Mike Corrigan, Bobby Garcia, Tanya, Jackie Ellerby.
And our Honda call to the pen is Jabba Chamberlain. Chamberlain's been hurt most of this season. As you see, not a whole lot of use on for the 7th time.
And here's Tank. Takes ball 1 from the 26-year-old right-hander. 6'2", 250 pounds out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Sox lead at 4-3 with runners at the corners and 2 out. And now make it 5-3 on that shot base hit. AJ will pull up, hold at second.
Viciano robbed of a base hit in the second inning on a vicious line drive to Teixeira. This time, leaving no doubts as he takes that fastball on the outer portion and drills it into right field. RBI number 57 for the Tank.
And he now has an 11-game hitting streak. So here's Alexei. He started this inning off with what should have been a double. It was called fair, then foul, then he struck out. There's a shank right side. Don't stop now, boys. Pick him up, Alexei. Lays off that high one at 95. When Chamberlain first came up to the big leagues, he had electric stuff. He had Nintendo stuff. And that's popped up. Granderson. And that'll retire the side, but not before. Big crooked number goes up on that board. We'll go to the sixth, leading 5-3. Top of the sixth inning, it'll be Stewart, then back to the top of the order with Jeter and Swisher. Pitchers of record now. That's foul right back. Dry right. Santiago and Garcia. Chris has grounded to third and struck out. That screwball pops him up. So one out.
It's raining just ever so gently at the ballpark. Apparently there's a whole lot of rain to the south of us. But looks a whole lot better with a 5-3 lead than trailing 3-0 at this point, because it is indeed an official game.
Here's Jeter, 2 for 3 with a run scored. Two and 0 the count.
Jeter with his 2 hits tonight have moved in front of Nap Lajoie and has Eddie Murray right in his sights.
Line drive into one of the lower suites.
It's Donnie Veal loosening in the pen. All left-handers in this lineup. You can understand why Robin is breaking out the left-handers that he has.
Lays off the screwball.
I think Jeter this year is probably going to pass Willie Mays for sole possession of 10th place on the all-time hits list.
Well, I hope he plays another 5 years.
The way he's playing this year, it looks like he's got that much in him.
One of the greats this game has ever seen. We were fortunate enough to see him when he first came in. It's a 5-4 ball game on a high screwball. That is number 11 for Derek. .11-41 as the captain gets one up in his eyes. A Ford home run replay. That screwball was reminiscent of the one that he had before he went to the minor leagues, because it didn't do much except carry him off the back of the bullpen wall. Here's Swisher. He is 1 for 1 with a run scored. He also has walked twice. And that is fouled back. One out, 1-1 to count. Pretty good pitch, did not get it.
Menard's pitch tracks. That one had the corner.
And the count 3-1. So the walk. And that'll bring up Robinson Cano.
It's also going to bring, it looks like, Don Cooper out to talk with Santiago.
Swisher has been on base 4 times tonight, 3 with walks. Six walks other guys have issued.
There's the rain coming down. Radar shows a decent sized cell. Still south of us, and if it stays south, obviously not going to affect much. This rain's not going to stop anything. But coming down a little harder now.
Canoa's 1 for 3. And has hit it hard as that ball gets away. And has hit it hard all 3 times. This guy can barrel it up with the best of them.
Goes as a wild pitch.
All over, just underneath it. That fastball missed. Oh, you got a cookie right there. You got a hanger and missed it. Thank goodness.
That ball right up in the eyes of Cano. And fortunately, he fouls it back, and he's not very happy with himself for missing one that could have easily been his 26th home run.
Ate him up, broke his bat, and his foul. So Cano, who was named after Jackie Robinson. And since Jackie Robinson's number has been retired, he wears the flip side of it, 24. And a full count. Robinson, who does a ton of charity work. His hometown of San Pedro de Macorís. They have put out major leaguer after major leaguer after major. He outfitted 6,000 children with baseball uniforms and bought 9 ambulances and 4 buses for his hometown. And that's another walk. So back-to-back walks.
The question is for Robin. He's facing Teixeira from the right side, where he's a better hitter.
Teixeira faced Hector in the 4th inning, hit into a 1-4-3 double play to end the inning.
Well, Mark has more power from the right side and a higher average. But let's see if he can ground into a couple double plays tonight.
So 1 out, 1 in, 2 on, and he takes a strike. Count evens at 1. Big hack. No contact. And the count 1-2. And that fastball at 94. Fouled in the upper tank.
The other one gets away, and this time the runners move up. Second wild pitch of the inning.
So 2 walks, 2 wild pitches, a home run, with only one out. And that's softly hit. Trouble. So that first walk crosses the plate, and we're tied at 5.
To share his second RBI of the night, 80th for the season.
And here comes Robin.
Just barely able to get any kind of wood on it. Dwayne does a nice job, but not before the tying run crosses the plate. And here comes Donnie Veal. So it's been a very busy inning on both sides of the equation. And Veal comes into the game. We'll step out and be back after these messages. Veal on for the 6th time. Doesn't have an ERA. 4 innings. A couple of walks and 7 strikeouts. He's got to deal with the left-handed part of the batting order, starting with Curtis Granderson.
Curtis has walked, singled in a run, and struck out. So Granderson, who grew up in Linwood. Five tie. We had a 5-3 lead after trailing 3-0. But they have come up with 2. As there's a curveball strike.
There's what the lineup has done. 1 through 5. Pretty good. 6 through 9. Let's hope that continues.
Another breaking ball. That one was a good pitch to hit.
Donnie hurt himself and then changed his arm angle. And when he did that, he started to get the ball over the plate consistently, and things started to turn around for him.
Another breaking ball.
Originally a 2nd-round draft choice of the Chicago Cubs, and for a while was their leading pitcher in the entire organization.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. All breaking pitches. He gone.
Gets ahead, wipes him out. And now 1 out away. Looks like we're going to see a pinch hitter for Eric Chavez.
Casey McGehee.
McGee came out of the Cub organization. Then they lost him on waivers to Milwaukee, where he drove in over 100 runs. So McGee's been a pretty good hitter, and that's why Don Cooper is going out there. He wants to give him a scouting report on it.
He started off this year as a .265 major league hitter with 52 homers. Career high 23, 2010 with the Brew Crew.
Ten games with the Yankees, 5 runs batted in. Pretty decent.
We saw him when he was with the Brewers, and he hurt us in that series a couple times. So 2 out, 2 on. Breaking ball, strike.
Career as a pinch hitter, pretty good numbers. It's not easy to come off the bench and hit, but he's got a short stroke, and that's why a batting average is up in the neighborhood of 300.
Another breaking ball. Well, he has thrown 6 straight since coming on. Seven straight, and to count 2-1. It's now a 6-5, so both these walks come across the score.
McGee with his 6th run driven in just 11 games as a Yankee. Continues his hot hitting as a pinch hitter, and I don't care how good a curveball you have, if that's the only pitch you're throwing, major league hitters will take advantage of you, and all he's thrown is curveballs.
There's Ibanez. Base on ball just absolutely kills us, and it has. It's been the biggest negative factor on this ball club all year long. But when you got a lot of rookies out there, you got to expect it. $21 to count. There was a fastball. 1-2. 6-10-0 for them. 5-8-0 for us. Two walks here in the 6th. Hit crossed home plate. They go. They come up with 3 and they lead at 6-5.
Who've hit their 400th career home runs as a member of the White Sox, and they're all in the ballpark. So we're going to show them to you. There's Big Frank in the back. Andrew Jones. And, of course, Paul Konerko and Adam Dunn this year.
So we trail at 6-5 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Beckham. He started off that 5-run 5th with a 1-out single. It'll be Beckham, then back to the top of the order. Wise. And Euclid. Takes a breaking ball strike from Jumper. Chamberlain. Outfield around to the right. Nice gap out there in left center field. Fastball at 95. Evens the count at 1.
Casey McGee stays in the game at third base.
That ball hit deep to right field. Stretch. 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 You jump back jumps. You can put it on the board. Yes. Opposite field homer for Gordon Beckham. This game is tied at 6. Sully's happy. And Mully's happy.
12th home run. He's driven in 44. First career home run against the Yankees. Second hit of the night. Our Ford home run replay. A high fastball out away. And Gordon hits it just far enough. Ichiro to the top of the wall, but too little, too late.
So here's D. Wise. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Single to start off the bottom of the first. Stole a base. His 9th. He's now 9 for 9 in that category. And then in the 5th.
Our Xfinity high-speed action replay was against Freddie Garcia. Got us 2 runs. Narrowed the gap to 1. And keyed a big 5-run inning that knocked Freddie from the game.
Fan bought his glove and makes a nice stand. So 1-2 the count. Of course, With those 2 home runs, the Alex Nellius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. Net is number 158 and 159. So $15,900 donated by Alex Nellius in loving memory of Ursula. 6-6 tie. One out. And here comes Uke. Uke's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. First pitch strike.
Sitting inside, and that fastball got a pretty good piece of it. But I'm not sure if you ever want to intentionally put the go-ahead, a potential winning run on base, especially with the heart of the order due up behind him.
Well, you'd have to think if that was intentional that he is stupid.
Yeah, I thought that one, with Stewart sitting inside, that one just missed.
Yep. Adam, 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored.
Bullpen up and going again for the Yankees, and it is once again a right and a left-hander. They've already used 4 pitchers.
Must have called that from the bullpen. They want the left-hander. That'd be Boone Logan. So they call a couple of throwovers, give him a few more tosses. Righty will take the ball. Tamerlan will depart. The Boonmeister comes on, and we'll be back.
And it is the former White Sox left-hander, Boone Logan. 4-1 ERA, 3.79. 51 strikeouts and 40 in the third inning. And both left-handers and right-handers have some problems with him.
He's got good stuff. He's throwing strikes. He's tough. So we have one out, one on, one in. You're just joining us. Opposite field homer by Gordon Beckham. His 12th has just tied it up. Ooh, looking for it, got it. Pretty good pitch to hit and underneath.
He was looking off speed pitch on the first pitch, and that was a hanger.
Fastball in on the fist, and very quickly the count 0-2.
That's where he wanted to stay to the big man. He wanted to keep it inside and up if he could.
Two down.
1, 2, and 3. And that one was a hard breaking slider.
So Paulie, he's 0 for 2 with a walk. First time Paulie has faced his former teammate. And there's a ground ball, Cano underneath. Gets him. And that'll retire the side, but not before the homer by Gordon Beckham. We'll go to the 7th, tied at 6. Minute of the action from the nation's capital as the Fire take on the division rival DC United. Coverage begins at 6 with Chicago Fire pregame live. Fire DC United Wednesday night at 6 on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend. Top of the 7th in this 6-6 tie. 6-10-0 for them, 6-9-0 for us. If you're just joining us, we could have had 3 more runs very easily. 2 men left on the third with less than 2 out and a missed call by the umpire on a double by Alexei Ramirez. That was back in the 5th inning when we did score 5.
They play Ichiro as an opposite field hitter with a big gap in right center.
Probably to take it himself. Ichiro now 1 for 4. And here comes Robin. Seville will go 1 inning, giving up 1 hit. Couple of strikeouts. He departs. Fred Myers comes on, and we'll be back.
He had a rough inning in Kansas City. Outside of that, he's been very good. Record 1-1, the ERA 3.38. And the ERA reflective of the 4 runs he gave up in 1 inning, including a 3-run homer to Mike Moustakas. Other than that, he's been close to untouchable.
Stewart, 1-0 the count. Chris is 0 for 3 tonight. Two and 1 the count. You just joining us? Yankees 2 in the first, 1 in the second off Gavin Floyd. And the count goes to 3-1. And we scored 5 in the 5th to take a 5-3 lead. We came back with 3 to take a 6-5 lead, and then Beckham's homer just tied it. Got a break. Chase ball 4. Fouls it away. So a full count. And that's popped up. That's playable. And that's out number 1. Check that, too.
Matt Thornton, who was not thrown in a bit, loosening up in the pen.
And here's Jeter. Here's what he did last inning.
11th homer of the year and his 11th career home run against our Sox.
Got a high screwball from Santiago and just punished it. Two and 0. And there's a strike. Three and one. So home plate jumping around on Brett. We got a man there, no. Over his head. So he comes up with his 4th hit.
That one ties Eddie Murray at 3,255 for 11th place on baseball's all-time hit list. Looked like Alex might have misjudged that ball. Thought it would sink. It didn't. It took off and sailed over his head.
And that'll bring up Swisher.
Very productive year. 4th 4-hit game of the year. He came in hitting .321, which is remarkable in itself at his age for a middle infielder.
Swisher is 1 for 1 with 3 walks and 2 runs scored. That curveball low. And a count 2-1. That ball hit hard, but Tank is there. And that'll retire the side. 7th inning stretch. We're tied at 6. It's a 6-6 tie here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 6-11-0 for them. 6-9-0 for us. It'll be Rios, Pierzynski, and Viciedo to face Boone Logan. That first ball hunting. Chopper 2 hopper, 1 pitch, 1 out.
It's exactly what a left-hander wants to do to a right-hand hitter. He wants that first ball sinker out away, preferably down and away, and he wants him aggressively going after it, rolls over, it hits to the left side. It's a good pitch by Boone Logan, and now he's got a lefty to deal with where he's usually pretty good.
AJ is 2 for 3 with an RBI. Takes a breaking ball strike. He was faced his former battery mate once, and he has a base hit.
Both bullpens up and going.
Did not check it up. Well, the Yankees got Derek Lowe and David Robertson down there. Watch out. And it's going to stay fair for a base hit. He'll take it.
McGee realized that he couldn't do anything with it because he wasn't going to throw him out, not playing as deep as he was playing. So the only thing you can do is hope that the ball rolls foul. It hugged the line the entire way. And his third hit of the night.
AJ with the 3 hits, hitting at .299 to go along with those 23 homers and 68 knocked in. That's off the end of the bat. Ichiro, he's there. So Tank now 1 for 4 with an RBI, a big RBI. That was in the 5th. And First Merit Bank is proud to present the White Sox Volunteer Corps Bike Build on Saturday, September 8th from 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. Sign up for the White Sox Volunteer Corps. Visit whitesox.com and click the Community tab. First Merit Bank. This is your year. How can we help? First pitch strike to Alexei. Alexei has walked, struck out, and popped up to center. Watch out. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 out. Breaking ball lined hard but foul.
Joe Girardi's got his boys in the outfield a little bit deeper than normal. Late in the ball game, a tie game. And we pan around, show you the defense. They're playing Alexei as an off-field hitter. Trying to take away the run scoring from first on a double.
Two and two.
Now Stewart goes out, apparently not liking the location that Boone Logan is using. For the most part, every strike has been out away from Alexei. He's pushed him back twice off the plate. So we'll certainly see by this pitch what he had to tell him.
Short lead. And a full count. Beckham on deck. Gordon 2 for 3 tonight. Solid single and an opposite field homer. That ball hit deep. Way back. The bad news looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. A two-run homer for Alexei, and the Sox lead it 8-6. It's all good.
He worked the count to 3-2. And Boone Logan got one very hittable. A Ford home run replay. That was a hanging slider. He wanted to backdoor it, got too much of the plate, and long gone in left field.
Those get me over 3-2 breaking balls have a tendency to go a long way. Don't stop now, boys. Gordon. And to count 2-0, and here's what he did last inning.
High fastball from Chamberlain. This one tied it at 6. Setting up the heroics for Alexei this inning.
DY's on deck to 3-0. Hits are even at 11 apiece. It's an 8-6 Sox lead. And there's ball 4.
So for the first time tonight, we see the pitching coach, Larry Rothschild.
And as he goes out there, you can follow our Sox with the MLB.com @BAT12 app. For your iPhone, iPad, Android, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit WhiteSox.com for details. Wayne 2 for 4 with that big 2-run homer in the 5th inning. Made it a 3-2 ball game. They were ahead. They scored 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd. They have one homer tonight, that by Jeter. We have 3. They now have 160 home runs, so $16,000 donated by Alex Nellius in loving memory of Ursula to the White Sox charities. Took a little something off that breaking ball, had him out in front. Uke on deck.
Yankees already know, staring up at that board, that Tampa Bay won their 5th game in a row, defeating Kansas City 5-1. And if the Yankees do go down to defeat, their lead's going to shrink to just 4 games over those pesky Rays.
And the count 1-2. Bottom of the 10th in Washington, tied at 4 with Atlanta. Phillies thumped the Reds 12-5. Ryan Howard did his 294th home run in that game. There goes Beckham. Academic. But the 2-run homer by Alexei will go to the 8th, leading 8-6. An 8-6 Sox lead and pitching change.
Matt Thornton comes into the game at 4-8. The ERA 3.83. Been a very busy man, the busiest man on the staff, and he's got a 2-run lead to protect.
He's got some guys coming up that want to get it back. Starting with this one, Robinson Cano. Robinson 1 for 3 tonight. He's hit it hard, very hard 3 times. He's walked and he's scored twice. Love to watch this guy here, especially on TV against somebody else.
I wasn't real happy missing that first one. That fastball was on the inner portion of the plate. And he thought he should have had a better piece of it.
He almost walked right into that. 1-1 the count.
Field to Bill Welke, and he says no.
That's into left field. We got a man there. And a big out. One down.
Addison Reed loosening up in the pen.
Teixeira, 2 for 3 with a couple of RBIs tonight. Got his average up to 260. And he is 2 for 13 lifetime off Matt with a couple of doubles. And he just misses this one. He got a high breaking ball, a hanger, and just underneath it, 2 down.
Sometimes you get away with mistakes. BMO Harris Bank pitch tracks will show you a rolling breaking ball that maybe a little higher than he would like.
So here's Granderson. He's 3 for 17 against Matt. Curtis 1 for 3 tonight. A walk, an RBI single, and a couple of strikeouts. Got a 52-footer. And once again, a reminder, make your plans to be with us tomorrow night. Francisco Liriano against Ivan Nova. Can't make it. That game will be right here on Comcast Sportsnet. On Wednesday, Chris Sale against Phil Hughes, and that game will be over. Yes, he did. WCIU. They are playing for first place out in Los Angeles. Giants leading 1-0. That's after 5. Two and 2 the count to Curtis. Marlins hurting the D-backs 12-2. It's after 7 out in Phoenix. No walks. Make him hit his way on. Full count. Cleveland leading Seattle 3-2. That's top of the 5th. That's Safeco. Payoff pitch. That's into center field. Right at him. Nice inning for Matt. Got 3 tough cookies right there. Go to the bottom of the 8th leading 8-6.
And it's the long ball. Lexi Ramirez hitting a 2-run homer in the 7th inning. That made it an 8-6 game. And we've got Derek Lowe coming into the game. One of the newest additions to the Yankees. Combined between Cleveland and New York, the record not good, the ERA not good. And he's working now exclusively out of the bullpen, but they do have a safety net in case they need an emergency starter.
So here's Uke. 1 for 3. Just missed hitting one out of here in the 1st inning. He struck out in the 3rd, singled and scored in the 5th, and he was drilled right in the back. The fastball from Chamberlain, it certainly did not appear Dabble was trying to hit him. The 1-2 pitch. Start us off right here. Let's get a couple more. One out.
In the great years that Lowe had, and he had some very good ones as both a starter and a closer, that sinker was his calling card. And the last pitch was a good one.
Well, he had one of the best. And he did a job as he was 20-game winner. And he was an outstanding closer. And he can hit the golf ball 350 yards. 2-0 the count to Adam. 0 for 2. With a couple of walks and a run scored. That ball hit high, deep stretch. Abanya's back, jumps. You can paint on the board. Yes. Oppo for Biggin. It's 9-6. And number 36.
84 driven in. And all Adam has to do is get any part of the bat on it, and there's no part of the park that can hold it. Ford home run replay. Our 4th home run of the night. Ibanez makes an attempt, but comes up way short.
So here's Paulie. Paulie 0 for 3 with a walk. Three and 0 the count. Turn him loose. There's one. Brew Crew beat the Cubs 9-5 at Miller Park. Texas beat Baltimore 5-1 down at Arlington. Out and around it, and a full count. There's a shot base hit. Raleigh moves on into second, picking up his 18th two-bagger. Pick him up, Alex.
When the sinker doesn't sink, it's not difficult to hit. As Paulie crushes it into the corner, and the sinker didn't sink to Adam until it left the ballpark. So the night is done for Paul. He'll leave with Ray Olmedo coming on as a pinch runner.
Sox now with 9 runs on 13 hits. They have 6 runs on 11 hits. First pitch strike. Alex is 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. He now has 71 knocked in, along with his 19 homers. And the count 0-2. Two down. And here's AJ. He's 3 for 4 tonight. Hitting a 299, 23, and 68. Oh, 1 to count. Nice gap out there in right center. That ball hit hard into left. Get over his head. Banya's back right in front of Comcast. Sportsnet makes the catch, and that'll retire the side, but not before the opposite field homer by Adam Dunn. We'll go to the ninth, leading by 3.
Our Miller moments, and what else? It's the long ball. We've hit a lot of home runs this year, and when we out-homer the opposition, we usually play about 667 baseball. No exception tonight, as all 4 that left the yard all helped with his 9-6 lead. So Olmedo checks in at third base. Kevin Youkilis will shift to first, where he won a Gold Glove. And Addison Reed comes in. He's looking for save number 22 in 25 opportunities.
So here's Casey McGehee. Pinch hit. Back in the 6th. And knocked in a run with a single. Just joining us, Tigers are idle tonight. That's out of play right side. So one of the positive things about that last road trip, we started off, it was going to be a tough trip. We knew that, going up to Canada, where we hadn't won 2 games in a row in 6 years. And then going to Kansas City. But we left with a 2-game lead and came back with a 1.5 lead. Good breaking ball. And also the pitching was good. So 1-2 to count to McGehee. Two and 2. Take him right here. Don't want to go full. Labanya's on deck. Ichiro in the hole. Attaboy. Comes with a gas. Pops him up. Now Beckham's going to call him off. Dig out. And that'll bring up the Banyas. Well, it was 1 for 2 with being hit by a pitch. That was in tow. And that pitch a little low. He also has walked, singled, and struck out. Now field spread out, straight up. That's off the fist. And that is out number 2.
Well, Reed didn't get an opportunity to do much in Kansas City, as we lost the 3 straight there. However, didn't seem to affect his stuff at all, as he's come in with some excellent control and a very sharp breaking ball here tonight.
Ichiro 0 for 4. Grounded to second. Hit into a 5-4 fielder's choice. Lined hard to left and grounded out to Paulie.
And what Tim Sheet is saying is you got to have somebody in the on-deck circle, boys, even if it looks like it's not going to mean much to you. Get him out there. And it's Russell Martin.
That's out of play. The 2-1 pitch. Martin on deck.
For a 38-year-old, Ichiro looked like Gumby that time as he got himself out of the way of one that would have hit just about everybody else.
And there's a solid single. Rios gets to it, gets it back in, and that'll bring up Martin.
First hit of the night for Ichiro. On a fastball that was on the outer third. So it is Russell Martin, who hasn't had much of a year this year. Although the power numbers are okay with 13 homers, the batting average way down.
Ichiro's going to go. There was indifference, and he'll come back because it's fouled. Francisco Liriano tomorrow night against Ivan Novus will make your plans to be with us. Okay. We'll be right back here on Comcast Sportsnet. Right on the outside edge of the outside corner. And the count 0-2.
Well, AJ also knows with a catcher, you want to give a different set of signs. So he just went out there, tried it out, told Addison, end it right here.
A ball and 2 strikes to the veteran receiver. $27,561. He gone. And this ball game is over. So the Sox come off that 7-game road trip. 3-4, get swept in Kansas City, come out against the Yankees, fall behind 3-0. Tough night for Gavin Floyd, but some awesome offense.
4 home runs tonight. And that really did it, as this team has been built on hitting the ball out of the ballpark and realized that they were facing a team that's pretty much built the same way in the Yankees. Well, they out-homered the Yankees tonight and consequently win the first game of a big series, knowing that with Detroit idle, you move up to 2 games. And that's what the lead is as we end tonight's action.
And our GMC player of the game it is, Alexei Ramirez, that big 2-run homer coming off Boone Logan in the 7th inning. To put us up 8-6, and then the homer by Dunn made it 9-6. So my partner Steve Stone, our director Jim Angio, our producer Mike Leary, our associate producer Dave Ross, our technical manager Mark Harper, the executive producer Jim Corno Jr., also for the mayor Mean Joe Goob, and up here in the booth Dave Chella, the Golden Greek Jimmy Tianis, down in sound in the truck Doug Bullard. This is the Hawk. So long, everybody. You've been watching Chicago White Sox baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, now part of the NBC Sports Group.